Welcome to the Rise Up For You podcast, where thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and executives from around the world share their practical tips, strategies, and stories to help you unleash your potential and achieve your goals. Your journey of growth to become your best starts now.
Welcome to the Rise Up For You show, our podcast, our webcast, however you're tuning in today. Before we jump into our amazing guest today, I want to remind you all that if you head over to our website, riseupforyou.com, we have an incredible free course with 8 videos and a 60-page workbook for you to download to uplevel your success. Here at Rise Up For You, we are all about pushing your potential through soft skills, the skills that are the most needed, that actually make up 75% of an individual's success that we don't spend a lot of time cultivating. That's the emotional intelligence, the confidence, the leadership, the public speaking, and the presence, all those human skills that make up a lot of challenges today. That's what we're cultivating here at Rise Up For You. So again, head over to our website, riseupforyou.com, download your Master Success course, 8 videos, 60-page workbook, completely free, so that you can push your potential and actually optimize the technical skills. Build the wealth that you want, build the relationships that you want, and build an amazing life on your own terms. All right, let's jump into today's episode. Hello. Welcome back to the Rise Up For You podcast. This is your host and CEO of Rise Up For You, Nasserdeen. Very happy to be here with you again and to share some stories and some motivation and strategies around just really being your best and pushing your potential. Today, we're going to talk about what 95% of leaders think is true about themselves, and we're going to debunk that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about strategy of how we can build our leadership muscle. But again, I just want to take the moment to say thanks for joining us today. Thanks for being a part of our community. And thanks for taking the time to invest in yourself. Your success is our success. And we're very honored to have you here today. All right, I want to share a little fun fact with you. Did you know that 95% of leaders think that they have accurate self-assessment? Yes, that means that 95% of leaders think that the way they feel and think about themselves is actually the same as maybe their team or their colleagues or their executives or even their loved ones. But in fact, according to Harvard research, only 10% of leaders actually have accurate self-assessment. That means that the other 80% have poor assessment of themselves, and the way that they view themselves is actually not how the team or maybe their loved ones view them. Now, if you've been a part of the Rise Up For You community, you've probably heard my story about being an executive a multitude of times, but I'm going to share it again in case you're new here. But when I was 27, I was the executive of an education corporation. I thought I was the most amazing leader ever. I thought that, everybody loved me as an executive, but nobody would come into my office and nobody would talk to me. I had an open door policy, and I always wanted to coach and I always wanted to mentor, but nobody was stepping in. Then one day somebody said to me, well, you're kind of intimidating. And I said, I don't believe that's not true. No. And then somebody else said, well, you're kind of intimidating. And I said, I don't think that's true. But I wanted to be a leader, a great leader, and I always believe in growth. So I did an anonymous survey for the team of 200 people. And out of 200 team members, 75% said I was intimidating, not relatable, and I looked mad all the time. Okay, that was really painful for me to read. I'll be honest with you. Definitely hurt my feelings. But at the end of the day, I was actually grateful that I got this feedback because now I know what I could work on. And what I needed to work on was my energy and my perception and what I was portraying and emulating outside externally. The way that I was feeling inside was very disconnected to what I was showing on the outside. Now I knew as a leader how I can adjust and how I can modify and how I can strategize so that I had a more warmth, nurturing approach, right? So for example, working on the resting face, if anybody is familiar with that. So some things that we can do. Now, if you're listening to this podcast or watching me on YouTube or listening to us in the car, on the treadmill, whatever it is, you could probably maybe resonate with this, either for yourself, or maybe you have a leader that has poor assessment of themselves that you just kind of wish you could figure it out, right? here's a couple strategies that we can employ. We're going to talk about bringing in the SWAT team. That's right, the SWAT team. So you may have heard this before. It's a common technique or strategy or method that many businesses use to kind of just check where they are, check the pulse of the organization. But we're going to do one for ourselves, okay? So SWAT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And we're going to add a plus S to it, right? So here at Rise Up For You, we call it SWAT plus S. We made that up. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and solutions, okay? So when you're done doing this SWOT analysis, making a list of some solutions that you can start taking action on. So let's break this down. Whether you're in the car or whether you're at home, again, treadmill, whatever it is, I just want you to think about this. And maybe when you're more grounded, you can write this down. First thing I want you to do is write down 3 to 5 strengths that you believe you have as a person, as a leader, okay? So 3 to 5 strengths that you believe you have that are unique to you. Then I want you to write 3 to 5 weaknesses that you believe are areas of opportunity for you to grow. Then I want you to write 3 to 5 opportunities that you can see that are great opportunities for you to capitalize on that maybe you haven't tapped into yet. And then I want you to write 3 to 5 threats that might be very, very real to your career. So for example, maybe you're a leader in an industry where artificial intelligence can simply come and take over. That would be what we call a potential threat. And then from there, I want you to write down 3 solutions, okay? 3 things that you can do to help lift up the weaknesses or to help minimize some of those threats. But I don't want you to stop there, because remember, today's episode is all about accurate self-assessment and growing as a leader. So that means that we can't stop with ourselves because it's our own perception. We need to go one step further. So I want you to take the same SWOT analysis and I want you to send it to 3 to 5 people that you trust will give you honest, constructive feedback. Feedback that is clear, feedback that is growth-oriented, and feedback that can actually serve you. And we want to see from their perspective, what do they think some of your strengths are? What do they think some of your weaknesses are? Where do they think you have opportunity? And where do they think there might be some potential threat with you? Okay. Now we're going to take those and we're going to compare and contrast and see how close we are. Because being a great leader is all about making sure that your assessment of yourself is in line with the people that you're leading, the people that you're working with. And again, it's not just limited to your work, it's also your household, your community, really anyone that you come in touch with. So let's start, and I really encourage you and implore you to start with the SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, adding some solutions, and now passing it to 3 to 5 people that can do the exact same thing for you on you. So when you send it to them, you want to be really clear that I want you to do this for me because I'm trying to grow, and I want to capture any blind spots around where I could potentially see myself and blind spots that I can't see because I exist in my own body. Hey, thanks for joining me today on this super podcast. We always do power episodes because, we know there's a lot going on. And honestly, we don't want to overconsume your brain. So today's episode is a power episode on doing a SWOT analysis. Take this information, run with it, take action, implement it, and remember that your potential is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you, so don't you dare wait on the world. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check us out at riseuppforyou.com. We have a ton of free resources. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already. Every single week, we're bringing you not 1, but 2 episodes to help you be your best. We'll see you next time.
Imagine a life where you can have it all. A booming career, fantastic love life, great health and success, and overall achievement and happiness. Imagine pushing your potential to your absolute best and every day living a life that you are proud of. Well, if this sounds like something that you're yearning for, then the Rise Up For You Growth membership is perfect for you. My team and I believe in supporting you and helping you get to the next level because we know that you can do and have what it takes to be your best. When you join our membership, you get access to live trainings every single month with myself and our team. You get free coaching. You get a number of on-demand resources to help level up your success that you can use in the comfort of your own home and you get access to our global membership around the world full of like-minded professionals that are looking to be their best. Your time is now to push your potential and live the life that you want to live. So if you're ready to take the next step in your life and in your career, join the Rise Up For You Growth membership. Click below and we'll see you there.